Going to Google Images. Going to Google Images. Getting some stuff. Alright. 5. Native phrases. Location below. Jump scare. Where is it? Right here. Wait, we can open it. No, I have to save it for. Oh, no. Save it first. Save it. Then. Now. Get this picture. No, that's a GIF. We don't want a GIF. We want this. Right here. This is what we want. God damn it, it's not loading. Then we want this. Oh, so that's what it does. So it like sways back and forth. It's kind of cool, I guess, but I need it. Ooh, this is the best animatronic right there. Alright, where's a good image of Bernard? Right here is a good one. Yeah, we can use that. Save picture. Whew, Bernard so hungry. Don't care. Alright. Let's open some stuff up in here. Alright. I've barely used this. So, can I open open a picture. Pictures. No. Desktop. It's on the desktop, definitely on the desktop. Open this. Alright, can we zoom out? Alright, zooming out, it's right here. Alright. No, it's not good enough. Where's the bold paintbrush? That's what we want. So that is one thing. Because if baby says it's NR, let me add another image. Can I add another image? That'd be cool if I could. I've never used that. Right here. No, it just opens up. So oh wait, no. Side by side. Alright. So if baby says this is, that's so bad. That image is look at it, so pixelated. Baby said that Nard is Ballora. Well, if Ballora, I don't know. People are saying that Nard is technically Ballora, which I don't know about that, because the teeth, for one, are different. And then we got, where is the Google Images? X that out. This is definitely, this has to be an R right here. There's no way that's not an R. Because, like, it has the same dangling eye. See? It has the closed eye here. That eye's blue. And that eye's blue too. So this is an art. Definitely this is an art. But baby refers to this guy as Ballora. Which makes no sense. Why? Because who is that other animatronic behind baby? Is that also Ballora? I mean, I think it is. Because personally, when baby said that Ballora is now behind, is like, I don't know. Oh yeah, because baby said Ballora was in the room with us when we were entering the code. So that would mean that Ballora was behind baby's suit. So when she disappeared, she probably went inside the hall thingy-majigger. I don't know what it's called. The circus auto fun time thing. I don't know. She went in there, and but what confuses me is why is Anard behind the glass? How did Anard get behind the glass if Blora is Anard? Just so confusing. I don't get it. I mean, his teeth are sharp. Ew. I just don't get what. I just don't get it. What is this? Deep blue ground where memories sleep, anger is restless, and secrets don't keep. And what also confuses me is why Scott would make a baby model like this, but yet not use it. This is the picture, which at first glance, like if we didn't get the background story of this location, we would think this is at a restaurant because of the balloons. So either the next game will be a prequel to this game, or will be Five Nights at Freddy's with Springtrap. Again, I don't know, because it's too confusing. What else? Let's see. So we get this is we don't see the dangling eye on this one though. Can you like load now, please? Alright, well. What? Why am I on Drama TV? I said view image and it sends me to Drama TV? Really? Hold on. Open a new window. There we go. Is this a video? Enard controls baby proof. Fine. Let's see this. Let's see this proof.
Critical alert from Microsoft.
Shut
Your
up.
computer has alerted us that it is infected with a virus and spyware. This virus is sending your credit card details, Facebook login, and personal email.
So I've been naughty, been playing around with textures, changing and manipulating images within Five Nights at Freddy's sister location, using text mod. As you can see, Circus Baby is completely invisible and Ennard is standing behind her. Well, on the place she is supposed to be. Now, there is a theory that Ennard is the bad guy in this story and is perfectly in line with all the other Five Nights at Freddy's games. Like Ennard is the puppet master, controlling all the other animatronics somehow. Maybe he's using his tentacles to reach them. I don't know, you tell me. Ennard brought you all the way to the end and made you get killed in the scoop room at the end of this game. He pretended to be Baby and used her voice. Hey, I don't say it's true, but it's still a theory until proved wrong. It looks like strong evidence that Ennard is in fact controlling Baby. What are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments down below. Please leave a like and subscribe for more FNAF. And I will see you guys next time.
Can I exit? Thank you. Let's see. There's Ennard first baby. We're just gonna pretty
Critical
much
alert from Microsoft.
What?
Your computer has alerted us that it is infected with a virus and spyware. This virus is sending your credit card details.
God, I don't care. Let's just go to YouTube. God, I hate it when it does that. let's see. Ooh, I'm live. What's this message? Is Inard, Inard first baby? Search that up. Right here. Here it is.
Hey guys, this is Escad, and as we know, Five Nights
And it froze. Woo, love it. This is just a random stream. I don't know.
at Freddy's sister location is now out. So today I wanted to do a quick video about a theory that I've been tossing around in my head for a while. I wanted to put it out there for you guys and see what you think. So this started as a theory as I was going through that Innard, one of the animatronics from sister location, might have been the one at the end of Five Nights at Freddy's World who killed the designer of the animatronics. But as I went through this in my head and started bouncing ideas around, I actually came to a different conclusion. I think that Innard is actually the original baby, and that Circus Baby that we see in the game is a second generation, a copy.
Wait, Jonah.
So it's tossed around. There's a lot of debate in the community about when are we talking to Baby and when are we talking to Innard during the game. I'm starting with the idea here that we are always talking to Innard and never talking to Circus Baby. So that's our baseline. The first issue I was coming into was when running on the assumption that we were talking to Innard the whole time. We had the issue with the story that Baby says in Night 3, where she's describing her first time being out, the accident happening, the fact that she wasn't in control, things like that. That's very clearly Baby, so it wouldn't make sense if we were talking to Innard the whole time. One of the issues I came into with that story, however, is in the Night 3 dialogue, Baby mentions that she only performed on stage one time because of the accident. But that doesn't necessarily click with some of the previews that came out with Scott Games. There's a timeline showing performances during the week when the animatronics were in maintenance, things like that, and that clearly showed Circus Baby being on there for performances multiple times in a week. This got me to thinking there are multiple times where Baby is referred to as Baby, but the animatronics, even Innard, and the voice that you're dealing with throughout the game refer to her as Circus Baby. And that got me to thinking that maybe there's a difference between Baby and Circus Baby. Kind of in the same way that there's a difference between Freddy and Toy Freddy, or Bonnie and Toy Bonnie. Maybe Circus Baby is a different version of Baby. But in that case, what happened to the original Baby? Also, anybody who's seen or done the fake ending path in the private room, when you're dealing with Innard and you're only dealing with Innard there, Innard is switching between Baby's voice and the voice of the small child from the cutscenes, the one who was presumably killed by Baby. So the question is, why does Innard know that voice? Also, in Night 5, when we're talking to Innard, Innard mentions that there's been another accident, referring to the deaths of the maintenance workers. At first, we assume we're talking to Circus Baby, but we see at the end, when we're in the scooper, that it's clearly Innard that's been talking to us this whole time. A little bit of evidence supporting this is when we're putting the code into Circus Baby to release the chip, the inside of the head is completely empty. No wires, no eyes, just an empty cavity. And when Innard is speaking about the accident, she's talking in much the same way that Baby was speaking about the accident on Night 3. She can't help it, something went wrong, she wasn't in control. This is evidence in favor of the idea that Innard is the one we're talking to on Night 3, and that it was never Circus Baby we were dealing with, rather Innard the entire time, earning our trust by helping us. It's fairly clear that Innard is sentient in some fashion. The only animatronics to communicate with us in this entire series is the sister location crew, and it makes it clear that they're conscious of the world around them and that they demonstrate some form of free will. This is supported by the fact that the company uses shocks to encourage the animatronics to stay on their stages. If the animatronics don't learn from the shocks, they are scooped from their bodies and rebuilt. Now, I know what you're thinking. If this game truly does take place in the early 1980s, like other things seem to hint at, how could they have advanced AI? Well, the thing is, the Five Nights at Freddy's series have always shown a level of technology much higher than the time period would allow. In Five Nights at Freddy's 2, there's facial recognition software, they're connected to criminal databases. Those are things that in the late 80s weren't necessarily a thing. So it's not really that big of a stretch to believe that they would have something like an advanced form of AI or even a basic form of AI this early on. What it does imply is that whoever is behind the technology in the Five Nights at Freddy's franchise is pretty far ahead of what is currently known to the public. You take this high level of technology and you couple it with the fact that it's a rental facility, that they're using shocks to try to deal with the AI, and it implies that this might not be a regular restaurant location, but a sort of experimental venue that they're using to test the AI. They're watching them, observing them. If you pay attention when you're in the break room, there are 2 breakers for observatories. That implies that they're watching the AI as they're interacting with the children, the people that are in there. So you couple the observation rooms, the fact that in the previews, the picture files were labeled as project, and the electroshock treatment of the advanced AI, my theory is that this is an experimental facility testing the AI. How this all ties into Baby and Ennard is I believe that Ennard is the original. I believe that Ennard was the first baby. That's why Ennard talks in Baby's voice. That Ennard was created by Henry, the creator of the animatronics, and was the one who killed Henry. This is all seen at the end of Five Nights at Freddy's World. With Henry being the brains behind the operation, behind the animatronics, in the 1980s, if he had already created a self-aware AI, it wouldn't necessarily be easy to reproduce with the technology available, with the funds available. And as we've seen, Baby is clearly too dangerous to use by herself because the moment she was alone with a child, as we've seen in the minigame, the child was drugged inside of her and presumably killed. So being unable to readily recreate the AI, what I believe they did was split the AI into pieces and use those pieces to create new animatronics. Those pieces being Ballora, Circus Baby, and the Funtime pair, which the phrase, a piece of me in every body, then supports that. If a piece of the original Baby is put in each of the animatronics, that would make sense. I believe that Ennard is just the original Baby trying to piece herself back together. There's actually some evidence to support this as well. When Ennard is talking to us, he never directly lies to us except at the end of the game when she claims that Ballora is in the room with us. The jump scares in both the segments while we're dealing with Circus Baby and in the Funtime room are actually Ennard. If you pay attention to the endoskeleton, Ballora has a distinctly different endoskeleton in her jump scare. But why pretend that Ballora is in the room with us, and why would Ennard kill us if we make a mistake if she wants to use our body to escape the facility? Well, at the climax in Night 5, when you're in the scooping room, Ennard says, if we looked like you, we could leave. Now, she specifically says we instead of I. It could be that there's the spirit of the girl that was killed in her, but I believe that what's actually happened is because Ennard has been piecing herself together, that you've got the parts of the fractured AI that still haven't fully formed back into one consciousness. Basically, by putting herself back together using pieces of each AI, Ennard has made herself have multiple personalities. So when she says that Ballora is in the room with us, what she means is Ballora is the one in control at the moment. We've seen before Ballora is a stubborn personality. She doesn't want to listen. She doesn't want to go back to our stage. So it makes sense that she doesn't want to necessarily work with Innard. She would rather just kill us being angry about their treatment. So if Innard is baby, it would explain the discussion of the we. It would explain why Innard is using baby's voices even after Circus Baby is clearly deactivated and at least partially dismantled. It would explain why she wants the chip from Circus Baby, because that has a piece of her AI in it. It would also explain why Innard is made of a combination of all the parts, because she's trying to put herself back together. It also covers why Innard, as baby, keeps talking about pretending. We assume in the parts and security room that she's pretending to be deactivated, but that would mean what she's actually saying is she's pretending to be Circus Baby. She knows how to pretend. She knows how to fool people. This wraps together neatly the question of when are we talking to Innard and when are we talking to baby as well. We are always talking to Innard, but the reason it can be confusing and the reason it seems like we're talking to baby at times is because we are talking to the original baby. But the biggest nail in the coffin, and this is the one that really cinched it for me, when you're playing the minigame as baby, feeding the kids, the one where we see the incident finally happen, if you pay really close attention to the baby sprite, she has bright blue eyes. Why is that important? Because if you pay attention, all of the media surrounding baby has emphasized her green eyes. Her eyes are very bright green. Yet in the death minigame, they're blue. We all know Scott Cawthon doesn't make little mistakes like that. When he does something like that, there's a purpose. So if you pay attention to the jump scares, what animatronic has bright blue eyes in the jump scares? The only one that has blue eyes is Innard. Now, obviously, this is all speculation. This is something that I've been working on as I've been playing the game, as I've been following the community. And the thing about this is it doesn't necessarily clash with other theories. It wraps a few up nicely, like when are we talking to Innard and when are we talking to baby. And it doesn't clash with theories like we're playing as Afton, who was the father of the daughter who was killed, things like that. But the whole thing fits together very smoothly once you put all the pieces out there. Baby was created, baby killed her creator, baby had a flaw that caused her to kill a child when they were by themselves. Be that a feature that was added in by the killer after the fact, or just a design function. They decided to take baby apart to create more self-aware animatronics. At the end of Five Nights at Freddy's World, however, the creator says that baby can't be deactivated, something that we clearly see with Circus Baby in the parts room. So they take baby apart, but they can't deactivate her, and she slowly goes through and tries to rebuild herself. This in turn leads us into the game that we play, where she deceives us throughout the whole game in order to use us as a way to escape after rebuilding herself. So between the eye color, the dialogue throughout the game, and Innard's schizophrenic way of talking about herself, I think the evidence really supports that Innard is the original baby.
That was pretty interesting. That actually seems to fit together pretty nicely. Because since we don't see the original baby, we see the old one, but as a Nard. I call him a Nard rather than Innard. But yeah, that's pretty interesting. Now, I want to see this one, and then we'll end the stream. Or, wait. Find us one of Freddy Childlike. No, we've seen that already. But let's see this one. I don't know about this one. We're pretty much just seeing other theories and kind of piecing it a little bit more, explaining it better if you don't understand.
What's going on, guys? I'm System T here, and welcome to FNAF Nose Clicker. This is probably going to be the best FNAF game in the entire world.
Well, it's just a game.
Before we get to this video, guys, make sure you slap that like button down below. and comment who your favorite FNAF sister location character is. Is it Baby, Ballora, Funtime Freddy, Funtime Foxy, or Ennard?
We'll watch this
Or
later.
Bonbon? Hey, Bonbon!
I'm stuck!
I know you want me to save myself, so I promise I'll never forget you!
I didn't ask you to promise that! Come back!
Oh.
What's going on, guys? So today I want to show you guys my top 5 secrets and Easter eggs in Find Freddy's location. Now, as you guys know, I don't do a lot of top 5 videos on the channel, but I figured I'd put together a list for this game. Now, before this video starts, I also want to mention the fact that I'm starting off something new, and it is comment of the day. So basically, I'm going to be choosing 3 random comments from the previous video of whatever video you're watching. So for instance, for this one, I chose 3 extras menu. In the extras menu, you can unlock these secret blueprints where basically they reveal the insides and stuff like that, and basically the mechanics of each of the animatronics, like the Funtime animatronics such as Ballora, Funtime Freddy, Funtime secret child luring, and storage tanks. Now, as you guys know, when to beat the game, you unlock the extras menu. In the extras menu, you can unlock these secret blueprints where basically they reveal the insides and stuff like that, and basically the mechanics of each of the animatronics, like the Funtime animatronics such as Ballora, Funtime Freddy, Funtime Foxy, so on and so forth. But the one I want to mention is Funtime Freddy and Baby. Now, Baby has an ice cream maker, which, as you guys saw in the Easter egg, once you actually get the key card, or to get the key card, Baby actually opens up her stomach, opens up the ice cream maker, and completely eats a child and stuffs her body in there, along with the secret scene that we actually found on night 3, where we can actually hear her talk about, you know, when she actually did it and how she heard her screams, and she doesn't know why she did it. But along with that, Funtime Freddy has a storage tank inside of him, along with a child luring device. So he was actually used to lure in children, eat them, or put them in his body somehow, and then store them in there. So I don't know why these animatronics had these. No one really seems to know as of yet, but it is super freaking weird and super cool, which is why it's on this list. Anyways, on to number 4, we have the 1983 Find Freddy's 4 Secret Screens Easter egg. Now, if you guys don't know, there's actually a secret night in the game. Basically, you need the key card. To get the key card, you have to beat the baby minigame, or the death minigame, and you can actually go to this secret area and do this secret night. Now, on this secret night, there's a few screens in front of you, and basically a keypad. If you type into the keypad 1983, you will actually unlock some secret screens to appear. And this is the Find Freddy's 4 house. It's different cameras, basically, that show off the bedroom and the Fun with Plush Trap area, which means we were being watched that entire time that we were inside that house. And it's some sort of like testing facility almost for, I guess, the animatronics or the children. We still don't really know. You don't know anything about it. You try to get there and it says you're denied access, but then you realize, oh, if I beat this death minigame, I unlock a key card. You take the key card to the area and you can actually get into this area, and it's insane. You're in this sort of Find Freddy's 1 testing location. Not only that, you're going up against a
So apparently there's something with the extras menu where you can unlock secret blueprints. So I want to see if I can actually do that real quick. I don't really know how I'm going to do that. I don't know how to like unlock those secret blueprints. Let me see something real quick. That's not what I wanted. I need to find those secret blueprints. Oh, no, quick. let's see here. Blueprints. So I want to see how to get them. Hey guys, we want to. How do I get those though? Alright, so no one really knows how to get it in game then. Alright, well.
Exotic butters.
Let's go to night. No. Let's go to night 5. Let's see if we can get the Bitty Bab Easter egg.
Daddy isn't watching.
Welcome back to your last day on the job. That is the last day of your first week. Some of the most valued qualities that we like to see in new employees are determination, fearlessness, and a genuine disregard for instinctive self-preservation. You've earned your 1-week bonus, which will be given to you in the form of a delightful gift basket,
Thanks,
the
but
cost
I'm
of which will be taken out of your next paycheck.
Shop.
We have gift baskets containing fruit, nuts, flowers, and of course the ever-popular cash basket.
Ooh.
Using the keypad below, please enter the first few letters of the gift basket you would like to receive. It seems you had some trouble with the keypad. I see what you were trying to type, and I will auto-correct it for you. Thank you for selecting Exotic Butters.
Well, I'm just trying to find some Easter eggs.
Please be aware that there are still 2 technicians on site today. Try to avoid interfering with their work if possible. Also, feel free to ask them why they are still there and encourage them to go home.
Alright, so what we're looking for is the, what's it called? Blueprint Easter egg, because that's the only one really we need to get.
Motion trigger. Entryway vent.
Let's check on Ballora and make sure she's on her stage.
Obviously that
Great. Now let's check on Funtime Foxy. Great. It looks like everything is as it should be in Funtime Auditorium. Your task today will involve more maintenance work. Circus Baby had a rough day and is in need of repair. You will be required to reach the parts and service room by once again sneaking through Funtime Auditorium. As always, please proceed with caution.
So I think it's it's see no evil, speak no evil, and what, hear no evil? I don't know about that one. This one you can't click on. Which is weird. See no evil, speak no evil, something no evil. That'd be cool if the clock was moving.
Freddy Auditorium maintenance vent opened.
Gonna end it 'cause there's nothing really we could do. Whoa, why is that green? It's weird. That turned green. Ooh, I don't think that's good. Alright, well, I'm just gonna end it because there's no point. Alright, well, exit these two out. Yeah, don't save. You don't want to save that. Exit that. Don't save. Okay, open this.